Hi, my name is Savannah Bustos, and today I'm going to give y'all an informational speech about World War II. Picture yourself getting split up from your family based off religious beliefs on a train that you finally arrive to someone telling you a speech that says, "Don't make any mistakes, nobody needs labor here, you didn't come to work, you came here to be killed." That's what Jews were told as they arrived to a concentration camp in Auschwitz. World War II had a very big impact on the United States. If the United States would have lost to Germany, it would possibly lead to World War III or World War IV until Germany had the entire globe. I have learned and studied this historical event. You couldn't believe how traumatizing and devastating this event had on people that lived through this era. After studying this war in high school and college, watching interview after interview, what the military and the Jews had to go through, I couldn't imagine. Today, I'd like to talk to you about three main ways the World War II was such a historical event. In World War II, new weapons were introduced. Not just guns, but deadly atomic bombs. An atomic bomb is a weapon that could kill 60,000 people in a split second of explosion. In 2015, 5 deadliest United States weapons of war from World War II post online, writer Michael Peake said it was a weapon of different magnitudes, a device that could paralyze an entire city more thoroughly than a rapid by 1,000 regular bombs. President Truman authorized the United States military to use 2 atomic bombs in an effort to bring about Japanese surrenders. And bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki from Historical Post Online in 2017, history editor Matt Mullen emphasis on August 6, 1945, during World War II, an American B-29 bomber dropped the world's first deployed atomic bomb over the Japanese city of Hiroshima. The explosion immediately killed an estimate of 80,000 people. Tens of thousands more will later die due to radiation exposure. 3 days later, the second bomb was dropped, killing an estimate of 40,000 people. World War II brought out one of the deadliest weapons the world has ever seen. Now that we talked about atomic bombs, let's talk about the second reason why World War II was such an important event. Concentration camps, and the way Jews were treated was disgusting. People were being thrown into gas chambers, starved to death, beaten, and forced in snow, only limited clothes on their backs. In an interview in 2015, survivor of concentration camp of Auschwitz, Leslie Kilman tells Channel 4, "Knew as a child, we were only allowed 400 calories a day. He said you're going to work 12 hours a day, so a lot of people were starving. So many people wouldn't do it and die. Even the people that could, they ended up passing away. These people were living hell on earth. Families were broken up and no one knew where anyone was." In another interview, survivor of the Holocaust, Stephen Frank, talks about his story and says his father was sent in a camp the last time my mother saw him. She went there disguised as a man scrubbing floors. Someone told her that he was tortured and gassed away. Some people had no idea where their parents or siblings were. Jews were put on trains going east, west, anywhere but home. With Jews being killed in concentration camps, the families began torn apart. That's the second reason why World War II was an important historical event. Now let's talk about the third. The third reason why World War II was an important historical event is because the many deaths that occurred during World War II. World War II was the bloodiest battle ever. Jews, civilians, and soldiers were exclusive in this war. This war led struggles in history, ending in lives of 60 to 80 million deaths, including 6 million Jews who passed on the account of the Nazis during the Holocaust. Civilians made an expected 50 to 55 million passing from the war, while military involved 21 to 25 million of those lost during the war. Millions were harmed and still more lost their homes and properties. In a research article wrote in 2018, researcher Stephen Watson claimed deaths in World War II documented 85 million deaths. 15 million from death battle, 25 million from battle wounds, and 45 million civilian deaths. With involved more than 30 countries, sparked of the 1939 Nazi Poland, the war dragged on for 6 years. Many civilians died because of the massacres, mass bombing, diseases, and starvation. After all the mess this bloody war caused, the outcome of free Jews and Europe, along with the Soviet Union, won the war. After watching interviews, many Jews felt relief as they heard on many radios that the war was finally over. New weapons such as atomic bombs, Jews being held in concentration camps, and the amount of people that passed away are the 3 reasons why World War II was such a significant historical event. World War II was a devastating war that affected the entire world. With everything that happened, let's come together, learn from the past, and try to avoid this from ever happening again. Thank you.